Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we today? Hope everybody's doing great. Not that many people in here right now. So I may let it kind of saturate a little bit before we get too ahead of this. Actually going to go in here and adjust our to-do lists. Didn't do that before the stream. Okay, we knocked you off. We can get rid of you. So since we're turning the factory on today, we want let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that. We already ran the limestone to the station. So let's actually redo this to say iron, copper, coal, deuterium, miners. Okay, we've got to turn on limestone. Oops. Nope, not what we wanted. We want that. There we go. Turn on limestone. We need to switch raw quartz. Let's see, we need to turn off initially towers. So what I want to do with that is, oops. Why is that one white? What did I miss on it? Oh, I forgot the little doodads at the end. There we go. That's what we want. Which we can probably just knock that out right now, right? Because what I want is... Okay, so all of our sinks are on, which is what we want. And then we want the concrete factory off, we want silica off, and we want quartz off. Because I want to saturate all of the bins. So we're going to turn you on. But let's go over here to the quartz area. I want to throw... the sinks over here where we're feeding the quartz in on a priority switch. Because in the event I need to turn it off, I want to be able to turn it off. I think having these things on priority switches will be advantageous. Let's check our flows while we're here. 540, 540, 540, 540. Yeah. Let's upgrade you to a Mark II so I can have an extra slot. So yeah, we're gonna throw a priority switch over here so I can turn these guys off and on as needed. I'm curious, do I want to find probably a permanent spot to put them? I probably do. Priority power switch. Let's see, where would be a good spot? Probably just anywhere in here. We could always move it around if need be. Okay, you're gonna be raw quartz station. Turn you on. Now we can get rid of this guy. And these should still run. Yep. Okay. All right, let's hang out here until this train comes back. We'll ride this train back to the drop-off unloading station. 776, 540, 688, 680. We definitely have the throughput that we need. We'll ride this back to the station. So let's hang out here for a minute. Hello. Come on, thank you. Okay, that's done. Let's see, where's our whole train? Oh, I never labeled him. I guess when we jump on him, we can label him. I think this is our guy coming back here. Yep, here he comes. All right, we'll label him when we jump on him here. All right, you are raw quartz train. All right, we're gonna ride him back to the drop-off unload station, and then we're gonna turn this sucker on. Since we have the towers turned off with their priority switches, none of the materials will feed into them, but they'll at least back all the belts up, right? And that's what I want. I want the belts to back up, and let me adjust my mic here real quick. I want the belts to back up, and I want the containers, storage containers on the back side of the drop-off station to load up. Fully, I guess, right? Yeah, fully. And then we can kick on the actual factories and get this thing going. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too anticlimactic. Probably ought to do a save as well right before we get this thing going. Oh, come on. I'm gonna fill these in. I've oops, missed one. I think it just looks better. We don't have to have the lights go across, but I want to at least fill that in. All right, so here. Which train are you? You're quartz 1. Who just left? Hopefully it's not Court. Actually, we need to rename that. That's just not gonna be quartz at all, because we're not putting quartz on these. These are gonna be limestone. That's gonna confuse things. Oh, come on, fingers. So who just left? I'm wondering if I should probably space these out. Alright, we're gonna wait for him to come. We're gonna wait for quartz 2 to, or limestone 2 to come back before we kick this thing on. I wanna space them out to begin with. What are you? You're the coal train, bauxite, deuterium, iron, limestone 1. Yeah, this guy. Let's wait for him to come back around. So we're gonna hang out here a minute. This is exciting. I'm super, super excited about this. We're actually going to have to wait for limestone 1 to come back. We'll rename limestone 2 when he gets back over here. And then we'll hold limestone 1 until he reaches back over there. We could probably turn it on at that point though. Because it'll take a hot minute to... The unfortunate part is I can't really be in 2 places at one time. Because I kind of want to be over here when all this kicks on. So I can watch it feeding in and make sure we don't have any glitches here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll ride limestone 1 back. We'll ride limestone 1 back. And then we'll turn everything on over there. I think that's the best course of action we can do here. See, that's quartz train. This second one is the one that we want. Where's he at? Oh, he's coming on the bottom. So we're just going to relabel him and then we're going to let him go. And we'll wait for 1 to come back. You know what I think would also be really good when it comes to future updates? And they may have mods for this. So like this quartz train here, I'm only using the back 4 cars. It'd be really cool if I could have the train only be 4 cars long, right? And it stops accordingly. Like somehow you could adjust it to say, all right, you're only going to unload the last 4. Speaking of unload, we probably need to make sure these are all set to unload, shouldn't we? That would be a major rookie mistake, right? I can't do it now that he's loading in there. It's fine. Pretty sure I set all those to unload. What are you? Alright, you're train 1. So we're going to hold you until train 2 gets over there and leaves. Okay, we'll turn you off. Cancel the docking. And then as soon as this guy goes to pull out, we will start him up. Then we'll ride him around and we'll turn the miners on. And then we'll check all this stuff out over here to make sure it's running properly. We know that the quartz will, we know the quartz will fill up their stations no problem. So We don't really have to go over there and watch that. Because all those sinks are going to just back up because they'll have no power. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. This kind of looks like a circuit board. All right, he's almost there. Come on, any day now. There he goes. All right, we're riding back. I'm wondering if we probably want to let the, what's up, Surplus? We're turning it on today. Oh, man. Yeah, you can watch it on the VOD. So yeah, I'm riding this train back to the Greenfield station, and we're gonna kick all these miners on and let the limestone flow. I've got the factories actually turned off because I want to saturate all those lines. So it's gonna be a hot minute before it actually you know, probably a couple train trips to fill those up. I hope it works too. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna do a save right before I turn them on, just in case. Yeah, I like it. Turned out pretty good. All right, let's roll over here. We're gonna do a save. What do we want to call this? Before, if I could spell properly. Before. Oh my goodness. Factories turned on. And there we go. They're on. The miners are on anyway. So I wanted to be over here so I can watch these and make sure we actually got functioning. He's running. Yeah, all the water's already ran in there. Fully saturated into every machine. All the buffers are filled up. All right, we got limestone flowing. Bean, you're gonna be in the way, bro. Do we have autosave? Do I have limestone going over here? Okay, got limestone going there. All right, we'll see you later, surplus. Okay, we got limestone coming over here. We got limestone here. Limestone there. Wonderful. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not happy about this stuttering here. It's fine though. Okay, we need to see if our balancers are working. Okay, we should have some limestone here. We do. Limestone there, and then we should have a couple limestones over here. So it looks like everything's running. Except for you. Why are you not running? That's a problem. Did I not hook you up inside? Ahaha. This is why we check, right? I mean, that's a significant, that's 630. That would severely damper. Oh yeah, we're flowing now. All right, let's kick on the quartz, or kick off the quartz, I should say. You turn off. Now you're gonna have quartz going in. All right, where's our next train? Coal train. Limestone 1. He's gonna be the first guy in. Limestone 2. Wonder if he even got anything. I don't know. We'll see. I think limestone 1 will be the first one to get one. I mean, these seem to be filling pretty evenly. Oh, snap. Mm-hmm. This is why we check. There's a very good likelihood that these will be fairly full by the time he rolls around, which is what... No, he's coming in now. All right, we're gonna ride him back. I'm fairly certain this will be the first drop off, right? Where's the quartz? Oh, there's the quartz train. I was like, where's the quartz train? All right, yeah, I think this is gonna be the first official drop off. Well, I see materials. This is a good thing. I mean, me tracking all this stuff is gonna be damn near impossible, right? Okay, well, it's already backing up. Stopped. Still got a little bit. I mean, these will have to saturate much more once these actually get turned on and the machines start filling up, right? This is kind of what I wanted. I wanted these guys to be maybe have 2 trains worth of materials in them. Curious how much the other train's actually holding. Where's he at? Train 2. He's still over there? Oh, he's leaving now. Okay, here comes quartz. We can watch the quartz go in. I want to get the quartz. Yeah, I want to at least one train of quartz. I don't think we need 2. And then the second train of limestone. I mean, yeah, these have already all extinguished themselves. They're done. Here comes the quartz. Curious how full they are. Because they really should be 624 plus 624. $3,200, $3,200, $3,200, and $3,200. Is that what I was expecting? I don't know if that's what I was expecting. 3,200 times 4. I was expecting 4,200. 4,100. I think is what I was expecting. But it may have not had time to completely saturate before that train made itself back. So that's fine. Okay, let's check this one. And then how close is the next train? Oh, he's right behind us. Beautiful. How much do you have? 32, 32, 32, and 32, and 32, and... Wait a minute. Do the effing... Do the train... Oh my god. Did I not factor that in? The damn freight cars have less capacity than the stations. Oh my god. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. We're going to have to redo some maths then. I may need to add some more trains. We may need to add some more trains, which is fine. The intent was to have this thing jam-packed for the trains anyway, so no harm, no foul. But if my throughput is reduced by 1,600 a thing, see what these, if he's full. Okay, he's not quite full. All right, these suckers are jam-packed. So I think we need to kick the factories on. Actually, we'll leave him there. All right, we should see some massive flow rates going on here. All right, we need to pick... Christ, how are we going to do this? Okay, well, we're making silica. So if one blueprint works, they all work, because... That's why we did this, right? Nothing's backing up here. We have some backup here. Shouldn't really have backup though. All right. So our outputs are outputting for silica. And concrete. We do not have anything for quartz yet. Okay, why isn't this guy outputting anything yet? There's no materials getting to here. because I don't have enough. Yep, that's a saturation problem. Okay, that'll resolve itself. What about quartz? Am I getting any quartz? I'm getting a little bit of quartz. Uh-oh, we're broken. Why are we broken? Shoot. I didn't fix that one. Okay. That's one problem solved. $3,200, $3,200, $3,200. Yeah, we're going to add another. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit of quartz, but I'm not seeing as much as I should. Well, I am. Ooh. That's a problem. No, it's not. That's supposed to be a 120 line. Okay. Okay, our silica stopped coming. Why did our silica stop coming? Here it comes again. Okay, so that's just going to be a matter of getting the materials in. Okay, our little distribution stuff's working. Nothing's making its way to the trains. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to have a volume problem. Or are we? Are we going to be limited by... Let's see how much you've got on you. This fourth one is not getting what it's supposed to get. We're not getting enough quartz. We already know that because we needed 3,200. I mean 4,200, and we're only getting 3,200. Well, shoot, we may be getting enough. I mean, it's not far off. It's not ideal, but it's got material, right? Yeah, I think we just need to let it run. Let's let it just run with the, let's just let it run with the flow that we've got. Or with the trains we got, and then we can add. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. How did that even happen? I have a sneaky suspicion that this quartz is going to be our first issue. And I don't know if we want to throw a train on now as part of the solution. What are we getting? What are we getting out of this thing? $780. $702. $720, so not very consistent. Yeah, see, we're out of raw quartz. So that's going to be our... We're going to need another train. I think we need to throw another train on now. Yes, we're going to need another quartz train. Silica's looking nice. All right, let's see where we're at here. We're 30, 750, 25. That one's way low. 260, which is almost 270. Yeah, I mean, if we're leaving material in the train stations after 2 trains go through, then you know, that's not a bad thing. I'm getting no silica on these. Why am I getting no silica on these? Are we backed up somewhere, or... It's a very little bit. All right, some's coming down now, but no, it's actually not. Okay, we've got a problem here. This guy. Why? What do you got? You're not getting any. What is the problem here? You're not getting any quartz. You're getting quartz. What is this? Yeah, you're getting quartz. You're not getting any quartz. Yep, quartz is our problem. All right, we need another quartz train. I think limestone may be okay, but I'm not 1,000% sure on that. He's got a little bit of material in him. He doesn't. And he doesn't. And he doesn't. That's a problem. So it looks like we got some inconsistent inputs at the station. Okay, so where's our quartz train? Ooh, he's just now pulling in. Let's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, raw quartz grain number 2. Okay, you're gonna go to him and oh Christ. Which one is it? I never relabeled it. It's this one. We need to relabel that. All right, let's see what the next train has for the limestone, and then we're going to ride him back around. Those are going to be a little bit tighter than I want them to be. That's fine though. So he should be completely full, right? 3,200, 3,200, 3,200, and 3,200. Yeah, we're just running out of quartz. That's our problem. Limestone is, I mean, it's a problem. We're definitely churning through it. But it's not horrendous. We're going to need another limestone train. I've got a sneaky suspicion. We're going to definitely need another limestone train. How much do you have on you? 3,200, 3,200, 3,200, 3,200, 3,200, 696. We may want to up this. So him being full is a good thing. What are you? You're like the coal train or something. Alright, let's get over here to the grassy fields. I want to see what these train stations look like, how full they are. Okay, we're flowing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if these things are going to be full when the train shows up. Is there any inconsistent? Nothing looks too inconsistent. Where are you going? Hold on. This is a problem. Why do I have 0? This should not be happening over here. This is part of my problem. What is going on? Or was that a rendering issue? But the fact that nothing's coming out of this is a big problem, because this is 630 per minute. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, well that'll make a difference. That'll make a huge difference, because that's why that last... Which one is this? Yep, that's why the second to last and the last... That's why this one hasn't been as full. And this one hasn't been as full. Because this should be backing up here. And it's not. Everything's going through. We should start seeing some materials here. There we go. Okay. This actually probably should be a priority merger. Which one is it? Oh no, it needs to be high priority, low priority. Right? Yeah. All right, he just left and he should be full-ish, right? Okay, so where's the other train? Coal train. Limestone. Oh, we got a traffic jam. See, I don't know if he's going to be full. I don't think he's going to be full. How much is in here? Well, he will be. He'll be able to pull everything. See, so now I'm not... If I add another train in... Yeah, not quite full. This may be where I got burned by not putting the containers. But it should be fine. Okay, let's hold off on another train there. But let's go check the quartz. With 2 trains on it now, we should be a little bit better. He's completely full. He's about to be full. He's completely full. So this guy's going to be completely full. Which train are you? You're train 2. Where's train 1? Coming in right behind him. Okay, so let's wait here until he shows up and see how full he's going to be. So fingers crossed, the second train for the quartz will solve our quartz problem. That miner not being connected up, and the missing priority merger for the limestone will help. I still think our flow rate's going to not be enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so he should be completely full. 3,200, 3,200, and 3,200. And then we're almost to the point of these filling back up to be full when the next train shows up, right? Which is going to be any minute. Yeah, I mean, they may not be completely full, but it's going to be close. All right, let's see what they've got, and then we'll ride him back. $3,000, 2,800, 3,000, 2,800. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a small break while this guy rolls around. I'm gonna just leave it on here, and then y'all can kind of watch this go around. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. Perfect timing too, as we're going to pull back into the station. This will be its second trip, I'm assuming. And we can see how full it is. Fairly full. And I'm liking that this has got some backup. These still do not. So I'm running short on limestone for sure. Yeah, quartz is still a problem. All right, so these are backing up. This is a problem. What do we got going on here? Why do I not have enough belt speed for this? What are these making each? 52 and a half. Oops. You know what? This probably needs to be a priority merger. Yep. Okay. Need to do the same thing here. No, it's this one. All right, that solves that problem. Yeah, these are all backing up. Okay, that looks better. 745, 780, 780, 745. Nothing and nothing. Okay, so why do these not... Why aren't these getting anything? What's our problem here? Oh, that one's... No. I got something off here then, don't I? Crap, this could be a problem. What did I have going on here? 88%. Why are you only at 88%? Got no limestone here. Very little limestone. So we're just not getting any limestone to come across. So we're short on limestone. That's keeping our flow rate down. Short on limestone here. Any overflow. Do I need to switch this up to a priority merger? Will it change anything? It may, because which one do we want to prioritize? What is this? It's already a priority merger. Do I have the same thing here? I do. Let me change that. Let's do the same thing here. Water's still doing good. So I think we still have a limestone problem. What about quartz? Getting closer. We're getting closer. Yep, it's. I think limestone's our problem now. I think quartz is good. Yeah, we're just not getting enough limestone. So, what do we do to fix that? I mean, we already knew that our rate was going to be... We already knew that our rate was going to be off, right? Okay, here's limestone. Okay, I think we need to ride him back. All right, let's see what our. We need to probably hang out at the green fields station for a minute and just kind of see what those things do. We may just be at maximum capacity of what that can provide, and we may need to just get more limestone from somewhere else. That just may be the bottom line of kind of where we're at. All right, he's filling up now. 1,000, 3,200, 3,200. What do you, 3,200? See, I really don't want to set this other train to wait till full because he'll never leave because of this one platform here. I mean, maybe we add. Maybe we add some time to him. Maybe we add 30 seconds. You know, I don't know if that's going to solve our problem. I mean, that's not going to do anything besides... Yeah, that's not going to do anything besides just let him sit here for an additional amount of time, but... I mean, he's almost at 3,200 here. Interesting. I mean, we've got solid flow right now. I bet we're even backing up into some of these. Yeah, a little bit. Why are we getting this stuttering? Do you see that? Well, I don't understand why we're getting this gap in these. That shouldn't be happening. Curious if I should probably do priority mergers everywhere. See, look at these gaps. This should not be happening. This is part of the problem. Any overflow. I think that's fine. You're not really backing up. This one probably isn't backing up. No. Yeah, I just don't understand why we keep getting those gaps. It just shouldn't be happening. Where's the next train? He's coming pretty soon. Okay, he's gonna be able to be full. What kind of math would we need to figure out? $4,800 minus 3,200. So 1,600 divided by 624 times 2. Minute and a half. It should take a minute and a half. So as long as there's not a minute and a half between trains, we should have full trains all the time. Where's my timer? I'm gonna get a timer and see when my other trains... That one just left. Let's see how long until the other train gets here. Yeah, see, we're not gonna have a minute and a half. It's a spacing issue, and I can't... You know, I restarted this to where they were split, but they just keep catching up with each other. So that may be our problem. See, we're at 45 seconds, 50 seconds, and he should be pulling in. Where's he at? There's he at. I mean, we may be at a minute and a half. We just need... So he's going to be full. Okay, he's going to be full. And is this the guy that we told to wait an additional amount of time? Probably is, which we may need to take that off. So they had about 500 in them when he loaded up. So 3,200 minus 500 is 2,700. So 2 minutes before the next train shows up. If I get 2 minutes before the next train shows up, so we should be getting max capacity out of this. Because we really only need 624 times... What's 3,200? Let's see more. 3,200. Oops. Divided by 2.5 minutes. I mean, as long as we don't have a train coming more than every 2.5 minutes. I mean, we probably should probably time. Well, we know it was 5.5 minutes. It's a 5.5 minute round trip, which may be a little bit longer now that we've got 2 quartz trains in there. So let's time. I mean, we're definitely getting enough in for this to back up, right? Not a long time, but which train are you? Which train are you? You're number 2. Number 1's right there. I'm gonna start a timer. I'm gonna see how long it takes him to come all the way back. Start him now. But if we're getting full trains each time, then we've reached our max capacity, right? We just can't get any more. So I could technically add another train to this. I just don't know how much more we would get out of it, right? Because if we're filling 2 trains, how do we want to math this? 3,200 times 5 times 2. I mean, we got 32,000 limestone being processed through here. See here, here's the problem. He's already back. I mean, he's going to be full too. So if I added a 3rd train in here, he wouldn't be full. Kind of curious if I should have freaking added what's it called? Storage containers. Okay, we're at almost 2.5 minutes right now. So is he on his way back? He's just getting there right now. No, he hadn't left anyway. Okay, he left. Where are we at? 2:55. Yeah, so we'll be at about 5.5, 6 minutes. So this will fill up. Yeah, I think this is the maximum we can get out of this thing. We're just gonna need limestone from somewhere else. Grab some plates while we're waiting around. So we've basically maxed out both the quartz and the limestone for area. So we need more limestone. I mean, we knew we were gonna need that because I think I needed 8,100, and this is putting in 6,240. So you know, I'm short almost 2,000 per minute. So we would need to find 2,000 per minute somewhere. Let's check this guy while he goes by. He should be completely full. Yep. And I can't squeeze any more out of the nodes in here. Just not possible. The only thing I could squeeze is more out of this one, and I could only get another 120 out of it. It's not going to do anything. See, we're still having these. I don't know. I do not know what's going on with this. It shouldn't be happening. I don't get it. I need to look into that. I don't know why those things are stuttering like that. Makes zero sense. All right, those are completely full. So let's ride. Oh, I was gonna. I didn't stop this, but it was when he left, right? Now, so 6 minutes 15 seconds. So it's increased like 45 seconds. I mean, maybe we're a little bit more saturated now. I don't know. We'll see. But at least this is telling me that my original calculations were right as far as how much I needed. Because I'm short, right? Okay, who's unloading? Quartz is unloading. Oh, these things are jam-packed. Well, he's not. I'm wondering if we should do priority mergers. For those, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean none of these have any in them. It's just we just don't have enough limestone. Quartz is going to continue to back up because we don't have enough limestone. Yeah, these just aren't getting anything. I wonder if these should be priority mergers. Guess it won't really matter. Yeah, this limestone's is getting me. It's getting me. I can't even fill up these concrete. Yeah, it's just not getting anything. Wait, why are you not? Hold on. You turkey. I thought I'd replaced all those. And then you're just not getting anything. Yeah, you're getting stuff. Slowly. Slowly getting. You're just not getting anything. All right, so I guess we need to find some limestone somewhere. How much more did we need? Let me see. Where's my spreadsheet? We needed 8,000, and I'm putting in, call it 6. So we need 2,000. Oops, I didn't mean to close that down. Oh well. We need 2,000 limestone. But overall, I'm very pleased with what we got going on here. Don't know why you are so much more full. Don't think at the end of the day it actually matters too much. Because ultimately these are all going to back up anyway because I don't have enough limestone. So these are probably, this one's probably running more for the silica. It's a center line here. Yep, this is all silica. Yeah, they're just jam-packed because the lack of limestone. This should all be running like clockwork. 780. I mean, we're still a little short. Why are we... We're backing up. We're not as efficient as we should be. Why is that? Because of this. I bet these are completely jammed. No, they're not completely jammed. They're close to being jammed. Okay, that's going to make a difference there. We should do... Did we do that here? We didn't, but we can. I mean, we're still a little short on quartz. I mean, these are completely full and saturated. Not quite. I mean, they're full enough to where they're going to be operating at 100%, right? Oh God, hold on. You are... You were completely full. What is going on here? 210, so this should be Mark 3, right? Yeah. Hmm. I guess this will slowly empty. Okay, we still have some stuttering. Why do we have some stuttering? These are full. I don't understand why they're only running at 84% if they're full. Does that make sense? I think it makes absolutely zero sense. But whatever. We kind of want them to get full. Oh hell, these numbers are worse now. How is that possible? All right, so those are starting to go down a little bit. Those are jam-packed too. I mean, full. Dang near full. You could have more. Why do you not have as much? Mark 3, 270. 67.5 times 4. Yeah, I mean, I'm putting in exactly how much they need. That may be a design flaw. What if I up this? Mark 2. Mark 2 is 120. Well, that may be another problem. Yeah, this needs to be Mark 3. And these need to be marked. Oh my god, what did I do? Hold on. Did I do that on all of these? Okay, let's Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, and Mark 2. That'll probably help with that issue. But here's the other dilemma. Mark 2. Yeah, I did these as Mark 2 and Mark 3. For some reason, I guess this last one just didn't get done the same. So these should be Mark 2s, right? Yeah, and this should be Mark 3. Mark 3. Probably really needs to be Mark 4, right? No, because it's 270. So I mean, it's just a solid line. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more. All right, so our numbers should be a little bit better. $280, 780, 780, 225. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. We're a lot closer. Still have a little bit of inconsistency here, and I don't know. All right, you're completely stopped. Why are you completely stopped? Because you're completely full? You are completely full. Okay, so that's a good thing. You're full. You're full. You're full. You're full. You're not backed up on outputs. You're getting there. You're about extinguished with your excess. So nobody's backing up. So this should be 52.5 times 4, 8, 12. What's that? This should be 630. Why is it so inconsistent? $210. Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 5. Yeah, it's just super inconsistent. I don't know why. How are these only operating at 80%? Maybe 1%. Idle. Why are you idle? %, 80%. This makes 0 sense. I don't get it. I mean, it's climbing. 83%, 84%, 84%. These should be 100%. Like, that's why our outputs are not 86%. All right, they're going up. 87, 83. What are you at? 83, 84. All right, so they're going up. I don't know. Maybe we just let them run for a few minutes. That guy's full. He's almost full. He's full. These are just going to fill up just because the silica is not working, right? Yeah. We found our linchpin is the concrete. Yeah, we just don't have a single thing running what it needs to run. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. What about here? I mean, these are going to be off also. They have to be because we just don't have any, we don't have any limestone. Okay, so limestone's our problem. I think we fixed quartz. But let's just check these, make sure I don't have anything effing stupid. 87%. This 90 per minute. Mark II. Mark II. What is, why is that a smart splitter? Oh my gosh. Don't tell me. Okay, these are all completely full. You are nowhere near full. We need to make you a priority merger. Cannot believe I hosed this royally. And that obviously is going to change some of our output. So we should have... Let's see, he's at 96%. How he's at 87 and he's at 96 makes 0 sense. We're doing 60. $720. We should be $720 right here. And I bet we're not anywhere close to that. $390. That's abysmal. %78%. I don't. Something's going on. I don't understand this. How are we only running 71%? It's averaging. Okay. It's the lapse in limestone. I mean, we are significantly short on limestone. I may need to go back and, what's up, Orbital? Yes, it is running, and we've got, we've had a few issues. I'm way short on limestone right now. I think I've sorted out the quartz. Actually, I know I've sorted out the quartz. Like if we go over here and look, little autosave. I bet we're getting close to running at full capacity here. Yeah, 780, 780, 225. So we've fixed our quartz issue. We had a few errors in here. I needed to put some priority mergers in. I had a few splitters wrong. You know, to be expected stuff. And we're actually climbing. 97%, 96%, 96. So this is good. This is definitely going up. 96%. So I think we can safely say that we've fixed the quartz issues. Like we're good to go on quartz crystal. I can confidently say that I've got enough flow, I've got enough everything. Now I am backing up on quartz crystal, our raw quartz. And a little fluctuation here. I don't know what that's all about. That shouldn't happen. I don't have enough of it, is my problem. I mean, I knew I was going to be short, right? Like my spreadsheet, my calculations say I need like 8,000, and I'm putting 6,200 in. So I knew I was going to be short, but I didn't think I was going to be like, I didn't think 2,000 per minute would be that significant, but it's fairly significant. Because I'm bone dry and in a lot of these. See, like I'm running 16%. And then these are all running horribly because I barely have enough limestone for these. I mean, I've got enough, but not enough to write home about, right? Like this one over here, I bet's barely got, oh, he's full. But see, the first one's full, right? But the second one and third one have nothing. Yeah, so I need more limestone. But until I get more limestone, I don't think I can properly check the logistics of this concrete tower and then the silica tower. Right, see, I'm already empty of limestone. I got nothing. Should have a train. Yeah, here's the limestone train. But, you know, I really should be backing up into these containers. And the only reason I'm backing up into the quartz containers is because that silica tower isn't running properly because it's short on limestone. So these are backing up. So I'll be fine on quartz, but I need to find another 2,000 limestone somewhere and start bringing it in. But this is all running. We can kind of fly down here. I'm probably only going to go another few more minutes here because I need to jump off and do some work stuff. But we're going to let this run a little bit. Cube 420. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so all of this is running how I wanted it to. So that's a good thing. Right, my overflow system with all these sinks on. So as soon as I turn these sinks off, all this stuff will be kicked over to the trains. I agree, Orbital. It's great to see some of this stuff flowing. This is an ingot factory. A bunch of different towers making different well, I say ingots. It's not all ingots. I got silica and raw quartz and concrete, but it's the base game stuff, right? So this whole complex is making all my base parts and pieces. It is a lot of resources. So I just turned on today the quartz, concrete, and silica towers, which we were just going over. I've got plenty of raw quartz. My limestone's short, and I kind of knew that was going to happen, right? I'm pulling everything I can out of the green fields here, and it's just not enough. It's 6,200. You know, I got Mark III miners fully overclocked, and that's all I can pull out of there. I've got an extra 120. This is a pure node here that I've got set at 630 per minute. That I could go up to 780, but it's not going to make a difference. Everything else is maxed out. So I'm just gonna have to pick a new spot, right, and bring some limestone in. Which there's some right around in here, right? I think there's like one or two kind of right around in this area. Pure. I mean, I've got, that's 1560 right there. And I don't necessarily need... I don't need trains to get that, but I don't really have a road system set up. So I'd be interested to see... Hey, thanks for the follow, Cube. I appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. So I mean, there's all, you know, I got 1500-ish right here that I could get in here. I don't know how. I mean, I could maybe drone it over. I wasn't really planning on that. I'm not sure logistically how I would pull that off. We could make it happen. I'm not opposed to that at all. So I've got the resources here that we can get it there. These should be at 100% by now. %. What's powering this? That guy. That's 100,000 megawatt turbo fuel factory. And I've got, I've got some power augmenters, right? I think I'm at 131. Let's see. Yeah, 131,950 with the power augmenters. And I'm consuming 33,000 megawatts right now. I guess it's showing my max is going to be 72 once I fire all these things up. So I'm probably going to need more power once I get to the other factories. What was I checking? Oh, I was checking this quartz. You like the foundation reflection? Appreciate it. The black. I mean, I like it. Well, let me turn the. I've got the daylight. Let's go to nighttime. Looks really good at night too. Well, it all looks good if you turn the. So I've got the global illumination. I've just got it set. No, it's not a mod. So I've got global illumination set at what do I have it set at? Medium, moody, dark. And then I've got, these are all the reflective, or the coated concrete, right? I'm trying to find some of the black. The black looks really cool. I mean, you can see the white. Here's black. See the reflection off the black? So these, and then I've got these custom swatches. So for this black, what I did was, if you set this at all zeros and then you adjust these numbers over here, if you go into the negative, like -10, it makes it even more of a black, right? And then I've also changed. I've got a few things in the engine file that I've changed that help with some of the reflections and stuff like that. They have made a lot of huge steps in the Unreal Engine. And, you know, to be honest, it's not overly taxing. I mean, once your game gets bigger, right, it's not overly taxing on the GPU too much, right? Oh, look at that effect. I didn't think I would have that. That's kind of a cool looking effect with the lights. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, so yeah, we need a lot more limestone. We need a bunch more limestone, because we are just drowning here. You have to check it out because I've got everything maxed out, but still not that great reflection. So let me here, let me do this for you. Let me find, I've got a notepad note. Yeah, that's the wet concrete. So I've got a notepad note on the, if I can find the damn thing. Is this it? This is it, but it's trying to tell me that the turn off spell check. There we go. Let me put this on screen. No, I put it into the engine. You can open up the engine file. Let me move this over to my screen, and then I'll leave it here for a second. Let me put the, hold on. Pop that off. So, and I've played around, can you hear me now? Sorry about that. I've got, yeah, when I switch, I need to change my mic over. Hold on, let's, bear with me 2 seconds. I hooked up a new mic and I forgot when I changed scenes. That I didn't switch the mic back over. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. I switched the mic back over. Now if I go back to the stream and the mic, should be able to hear me now. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so I played around with those settings a bunch, just entering them into the console while I was in game so I could kind of see the changes before I put them into the engine file. Alright, well there's not much else I can do. And what I'm coming up on my hard stop here. I said I was only going to go to about 1 o'clock, and we're a little bit past that. Yeah, I can't really do much until I bring some more limestone in here. So I think that's going to be the goal for next stream. Is going to be let's get the rest of the limestone in here so we can problem solve this concrete tower and the silica. But I'm glad that there was as minimal problems as there was so far. I mean, a few splitters here and there, some priority mergers I had wrong. What other issues did I have? I had a few belts that were the wrong speed, but nothing major. Everything seems to be flowing. You know, let me double check, make sure how our water's doing over here to the quartz. I mean, it's full. I still don't understand how we can't get to 100%. It's mind-boggling. I mean, this thing may just need to run for a couple hours. I don't know. If you turn it off and on, you think it'll reset itself? Well, it shot up to 100 real quick. 98. $100. 99. I mean, if it's just a visual thing, I mean, I know it's operating pretty much at 100%, so it's not a huge issue, right? But that's good to know. I didn't know that, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just didn't really think about just that resetting the... Resetting them will reset it, but it, like I said, it makes sense. Hey, since we're here, let's do it. Just need to make sure I don't keep them off, right? You saw people like it had to run and run and run and run and run before it actually got itself up to 100. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I like this. This is it's a good tip. I mean, since, like I said, since I know that they're running at 100%, it's not the end of the world that it's not showing it, but... Alright, what else can we do? I think that's all we can do for today. I really don't, I'm not going to reset all these until I know I've got enough limestone coming in. Let's check real quick before we go. Here, how we doing here? Yeah, see, we're short on this one, we're short on this one, we're way short on this one. That one's close. Short. That one's actually accurate. So, I mean, we're not far off. That's about 100. That's about 100. That's 200. So that's 400. 410. I mean, we're about 500 per minute off on the concrete from being hitting the flows. And then silica. Call it 60, 80. 140, 150, call it 200. That's a little bit more. 300, so 500, 650. That one's significantly short. 1100. Yeah, I mean, we're 1100, 1200 short on the silica. No, I'm only producing, actually, I'll show you. I'm only producing, here, let's go right here. This complex is doing concrete, quartz crystal, silica, some caterium, lots of copper ingots, iron ingots, steel ingots, and aluminum. So based upon my math, this is all the ingots and all the base stuff that I'm going to need that's going to go to, and if you look here, I've got 9 different factories that I'm going to end up building. I haven't built any of these factories yet. Right, so all of those go to these and they're going to run to wherever I decide to build those factories at. So once I get to those factories, there's going to be no inputs besides these. This playthrough I'm at over 500 hours, but I'm at, like, in the game total, probably close to 3,000 hours. Yeah, so the plan is, like, when I do my computer factory, which I forget, well, I can tell you. Which one is it? This guy, right? This computer factory. Whatever I need in the computer factory, which I've got it all planned out, is in a, say I throw the computer factory here, literally it's just going to be shipped from here to here, and it's self-contained, as long as my math is right, which I'm sure it's not. I won't have to, there'll be no further inputs. I take that back. Some of these, like this base factory, obviously is going to be shipping stuff to these, but ingot wise, I'm not going to have any more ingots going to any factory, right? So the base factory is going to probably be making some stuff for the computer factory, right? I think it actually is. So I'll have some base stuff from this complex going there, plus whatever's needed from the other ones. So I won't be doing any mining or smelting or refining at any of the future factories. It'll be just kind of in-game stuff, right? All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I wish I could go a lot longer. I may, if I can squeeze in some time tonight, I may jump back in and do a bit more. But I'm at a hard stop. Got to get some actual work done, stuff that kind of makes money for me. Yeah, Cube, I appreciate the follow in the chat. I'll see you later. But anyway, everybody have a great rest of your what's today, Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.